Hello everyone, this is Umesh Mahato, first year MBBS student at Purvanchal University School of Medicine. And today the part of the discussion is म आफ्नो class 12th पछि board पछि mock test कसरी दिन्थे. Initially I used to hate mock tests so much that I literally believed that they were useless. But now I will say that mock tests are important, but not the way most people use them. If you are preparing for a CEE after plus 2, this might completely change how you approach your preparation. So let's begin from the very beginning. Initially मलाई mock test धेरै बेकार लाग्थ्यो and the only reason behind this was कि मेरो marks कम आउँथ्यो and marks किन कम आउँथ्यो only because कि मेरो 11th I had not studied 11th to the most, like the way I should have studied my 11th I had not done that, and so मेरो 11 को concepts हरु lacking थियो and particularly in biology. So त्यसको कारण हुन्थ्यो के भनेपछि when I used to give mock tests I used to forget the concepts of class 11, and so I was not able to solve the MCQs from the class 11th, but I was able to solve the MCQs from 12th only. And so marks come out, and when marks come out, the confidence from here goes to here. And so that was the problem with mock tests. And at that time, my friends from St. Xavier's were scoring like 120, 130, and was like, how the hell is this possible? How are they scoring that much? And the only thing behind this was कि उनीहरूको 11th राम्रो थियो र plus 12th मा उनीहरूले basically उनीहरूले class 11th देखि CE preparation focused भएर पढेर. So why I was not preparing for CE from the start of my class 11th, that's a different story, and I will for sure tell that story in some other future videos. Please do let me know that if you want to listen to that story or not. For now, focusing on the part of the discussion. So after 12th, the thing that happened is everyone around me was involved into giving mock tests. And so in that environment I was a kind of compelled, like environment said that तिमीले mock test दियो न भने marks better आउन and नाम पक्कै पनि निस्किन्न. And so that was the environment that was created, and I had a friend, he was classmate, and we used to give mock test together. हामी सँगै जान्थ्यौं अनि we used to give mock tests. And I remember in the starting, the first mock test after 12th, I scored around I think 114. 114 was the score of my first mock test after 12th, and it was actually good, but not good compared to my other classmates. But for me at least, that 114 was a very good and very satisfying, because that was a jump from like 84 to 114. And so it gave me some confidence, it gave me some clarity, and it gave me some like a power to continue on. And after that I actually knew that what my capacity is to get in mock tests after this caliber of preparation. So continuing on my syllabus and giving mock tests in between, I realized that mock tests are not for competitions. It's not like that मैले यति marks ल्याए उति marks आयो, but essentially it is identifying weak areas which you ignore while studying. So this is the most important part. By mock test you need to be able to identify the weak areas of yours. You need to be able to know that this is the portion I haven't studied, or this is the portion that is difficult for me. Like these are the things that you need to know after giving mock tests, after analyzing mock tests basically. The next thing that I knew is it is for improving speed in MCQs. In MCQs, in actual CE examination or in any examination, the thing is you need accuracy with speed. So for that particular reason, mock test becomes handy. And the third thing that I realized is it helps in building exam stamina, and that is the one of the most important part. So you gain exam stamina only by practicing the exam, right? You gain exam stamina by just sitting in that exam for 3 hours and doing the things. Now again comes this question ki how to give mock tests, and this is something that I realized later in my preparation phase. The important point here is mock tests only work when you already have something to test, right? This is a very genuine concept. If you don't have anything to test behind you, what will you go and give test of? So if your syllabus is incomplete, mock tests feel random and stressful. Focus on completing your syllabus first, at least 60 to 70%. Then if syllabus is 70 to 90% complete, mock tests become powerful only and only then. If you are beginner, focus on concepts plus chapter wise practice. Don't go and just give mock tests randomly. For beginners, at least I think so, focus on concepts plus chapter wise practices, then only go and give mock tests. And if you have done some preparations, like if you have 50 to 60% syllabus complete, start occasional mock tests. and if you have completed your syllabus like 80%, then question practice becomes essential. But in the very beginning, only chapter wise question practice is enough. You do not need to give full length mock test of 3 hours in the exam style, right? And then many of the students, even my friends, I used to see that they overload mock tests, like giving 2 mock tests a day, 3 mock tests a day, and they used to think that if I give more mock tests, I would collect more questions, and if I had to collect more questions, I would have more question base, and on the basis of that, I would perform better in actual examination. But that does not work. What this leads to only mental exhaustion. You will get confused between papers, and you would have no time for analysis. You will always and always burn out after exams. So what worked for me is 1 full mock test paper per week is enough during preparation phase. So this ends the first part of my video, where I explained the story of my mock test beginning and how I approached the mock test. The next part will begin with how to approach questions in a mock test and how the questions and the mock test relates with the actual CE examination. Comment down if you want the next part of the video. Till then, have fun and do practice. This is Umesh Mahato signing off.